This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Boom Esports stuns Talon, seals T1 2025 slot, dashes Aegis dreams in thriller. Team Philippines strikes with power, pockets 6 medals on opening day of Sea Karate Championships. Sinner bounces back from French Open heartbreak, tames Hanfmann in Halle opener. Caitlin Clark eye poke, shoved to the floor, but the Indiana Fever grit out an 89-72 win in emotional battle. In Major League Baseball, Cubs roar back in 5th. Patrick Gamble blows up on Brewers 5-3. In the NBA, the Pacers hold their breath. Haliburton injury scare puts finals hopes in jeopardy. And we get to meet former national practical shooting champion for the mini rifle, Bailey Guerrero, who has tuned his passion for sports and love for family into a thriving sports enterprise. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 18th of June. Now, here's our roundup. In a game that had fans on the edge of their seats, Boom Esports defied the odds and shattered Talon's Aegis hopes after an epic 2-1 clash in the lower bracket final of the International 2025 Southeast Asian qualifiers. What a win for Boom Esports. After falling to Nemesis early in the quarterfinals, Boom roared back with a dream run through the lower bracket, taking down Castaway, Ivory, Exeration, and finally Talon in a match that will be talked about for years. The squad of Armel, Tims, Januel, alongside Lao Star, Jackie, and Thailand's own Jabs, showed nerves of steel as they denied Talon's reverse sweep bid. Talon, the Southeast Asian powerhouse that stood tall in Dream League Season 26, just couldn't close the door on this relentless Boom lineup. With this victory, Boom Esports joins Team Nemesis at the International in Germany, giving Filipino fans 8 Pinoy players to cheer for on the biggest stage in Dota 2. The dream of lifting the Aegis lives on, and Boom is ready to make waves in Berlin. In tennis, world number 1 Jannik Sinner stormed back into his winning ways, dismantling Germany's Yannick Hanfmann in straight sets at the Halle Open. Sinner showed why he's the man to watch this grass season, bouncing back from that epic French Open final to defeat Carlos Alcaraz with a commanding 7-5, 6-3 victory over Germany's Yannick Hanfmann in Halle. Sinner looked focused and fired up as he broke Hanfmann's serve at crucial moments to seal the deal. Next up, a blockbuster clash against 2023 Halle champion Alexander Bublik, the same man Sinner outlasted in 3 sets at the Roland Garros quarters. As the Wimbledon warm-up heats up, keep your eyes on Sinner, who admitted to a few sleepless nights after Paris, but now looks hungrier than ever to make his mark on the grass. She grew up watching her father compete for the country. Now it's her turn to carry the sword and the dreams of a nation. Juliana Gomez, the daughter of celebrities Richard Gomez and Lucy Torres Gomez, isn't just following in her father's footsteps. She's blazing her own path with grit, heart, and unstoppable passion. After earning a coveted spot on the women's EP national team, Juliana is set to represent the Philippines at the 2025 SEA Games in Thailand this December. With Juliana ready to take center stage and showcase the best of Philippine fencing, she's proving that behind the famous last name is a fighter who's ready to make the country proud. Missed chances, missed calls, and one big mistake on the mound. The Brewers let a win slip away at Wrigley after a costly decision that changed everything. The Brewers opened their series at Wrigley against Craig Counsell's Cubs, and it fell apart in the 5th. Chad Patrick was left in as the Cubs' lineup turned over, and it backfired. Patrick walked Ian Happ, gave up a laser double to Kyle Tucker, and then served up a go-ahead 3-run blast to Seiya Suzuki. The Brewers had Rob Zastrinski already in the bullpen but never called his number. 2 strike zone misses by the umpire didn't help, but the damage was done. Pete Crow Armstrong had the night's highlight, making a sensational catch in left center before hammering a 452-foot homer. Isaac Collins gave Milwaukee life early with a 2-run shot, but the Brewers wasted too many chances, stranding runners all night. In the end, the Cubs took control, and the Brewers were left to wonder what might have been if they'd gone to the bullpen sooner. In a game filled with heart, fire, and unforgettable drama, the Indiana Fever fought through the chaos to secure an 89-72 win over the Connecticut Sun, with Caitlin Clark at the center of it all. This was more than basketball. It was a test of toughness as the Fever and Sun turned Gainbridge Fieldhouse into a battleground. Midway through the third, with the Fever up 55-45, Caitlin Clark took a poke to the eye from JC Sheldon, then shoved Sheldon in frustration. That's when Marina Mabry stormed in and shoved Clark to the floor, sending shockwaves through the crowd. Players from both sides rushed in as emotions boiled over, but Clark got up, shook it off, and showed her grit. After a lengthy review, Sheldon's foul was upgraded to a flagrant 1. Clark and Mabry were hit with technicals, and Clark drained 3 free throws to extend the lead. The fireworks continued in the final minute when Sophie Cunningham's hard foul on Sheldon sparked another scuffle and multiple ejections. In the end, the Fever claimed a hard-fought 89-72 win and a ticket to the Commissioner's Cup final, proving they're as fearless as their star. As the heart of the Pacers, and now an entire city is hoping for good news. Because that heart, that aforementioned heart of the Pacers, Tyrese Haliburton, and his calf injury could be the twist that changes the NBA Finals storyline. Tyrese Haliburton, the leader and soul of Indiana's incredible playoff run, left fans and teammates worried after hurting his calf in Game 5. The injury came out of nowhere, no contact, just pain as he drove to the basket. He fought to stay on the court, but it was clear that he wasn't himself, finishing scoreless from the field in a game where the Pacers needed him the most. The Thunder seized the moment, taking a 3-2 series lead with a 120-109 win and moving within 1 game of the championship.
I mean, it's NBA Finals. It's the finals, man. I've worked my whole life to be here, and I want to be out there to compete, help my teammates any way I can. I was not great tonight by any means, but, it's not really a thought of mine to not play here. If I can, walk, then I want to play. So.
Now, the Pacers, their fans, and the basketball world wait for the MRI results. With Game 6 coming fast on Thursday, everything rides on whether Haliburton can suit up and fuel one more fight back. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Which karate move can deliver a game-changing blow and leave the crowd in awe with one explosive strike? Geri is the Japanese term for kick in karate. It's a crucial element in both offense and defense in this martial art, from the lightning-fast mei-geri or front kick to the sweeping power of the mawashi-geri or roundhouse kick. Geri techniques require precision, balance, and perfect timing to score points or deliver a decisive blow. Geri is not just about power, it's about strategy and control. In a competition, a well-executed geri can earn an ippon and seal victory. In training, it builds discipline and focus. So next time you watch a karate bout, keep an eye out for that perfect geri, the kick that could turn the tide of battle. It's time for our off-court buzzer. The Los Angeles Lakers are cooking up something big this offseason, and the name on their radar is Nick Claxton, the Brooklyn Nets' rim-protecting machine, who could be the missing piece in LA's quest for front-court dominance. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves at a crossroads this summer, armed with draft picks and cap space, yet facing the possibility of losing their 26-year-old anchor in the paint. Sources say the Lakers are on the hunt for a starting caliber center, with Claxton's name floating to the top of their wish list. With all of last season's LA center options now free agents and following the dramatic trade that sent Anthony Davis to Dallas for Luka Doncic, the purple and gold are scrambling to fortify their front line. Reports reveal the Lakers have held talks involving Claxton, Robert Williams, Walker Kessler, and more, while big names like Brook Lopez and Clint Capella are being eyed for a backup role. Claxton, who posted 10.3 points, 7.4 boards, 2.2 assists, and 1.4 blocks per game last season, could be the game changer the Lakers need to turn their playoff heartbreak into a championship run. The big question now, will the Lakers pull the trigger or will another team snatch Claxton first? And that's our roundup for tonight, the 18th of June. Up next, get to meet former national practical shooting champion for the mini rifle, Bailey Guerrero, who has turned his passion for sports and love for family into a thriving sports enterprise. When we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. He was a champion practical shooter who represented the Philippines in various competitions, who has turned his passion for sports and his love for his family into a thriving enterprise that aims to cater to sports enthusiasts and elite athletes alike. Meet Bailey Guerrero and get to know the inspiration behind his trailblazing sports and leisure concept. Hello everybody, it's Anton Roxas back at it again with another special episode on The Scorecard right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. And we are sitting by the beach inside this beautiful cove at Las Calas Resort and Luxury Estate with the owner, Bailey Guerrero. Thank you so much for the time.
Hello Anton, thank you for coming over to Las Calas and welcome to Grapple Island.
Grapple Island, the first event of its kind here in the Philippines. You've partnered with Luis Sangalang. You're also one of the founders of Grapple Island. Kamusta naman? Paano nagsimula itong idea to come up with this kind of event?
Okay, so Louis and I go way back and we're really into martial arts, right? And we wanted to put up a sports event and bring it here to the resort. Yes. Basically, Las Calas is a family-oriented and sports-oriented resort. So we're building up all these facilities so that athletes from different sports can come over, right, train here, and recover.
Ang sarap nga just listening to the waves, it's super relaxing, perfect place to chill, definitely worth the drive all the way to Dasol, Pangasinan. You're a martial arts practitioner, but you're also a national champion, shooting champion.
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Tell me a little bit about your sports background.
Yeah, so basically I am part of PPSA, which is Philippine Practical Shooting Association, and we are members of IPSC, International Practical Shooting Confederation, and we shoot all over the world. Basically our sport is practical shooting. And at one point in time in my life, right, before I was really focused on business, I was a national champion in mini rifle.
Do you miss being a full-time athlete representing the Philippines?
Well, I still compete at world shoots, but that intensity, that approach to sport, I really focused, I translated that and converted that passion to business. So I was able to use the techniques, right, in preparation, the focus, the intensity in sport, and transfer that into business. So around 2015, 2016, I realized that I had a growing family, right? I realized that I should build up my business, right? And I focused more really in building JJ&J, which is my land development company. So we specialize in land acquisition consolidation, and we made it a vertically integrated land development company because we also do our own land development and construction. So whatever land we acquire, we also develop. And Las Calas is one of the first, is actually the first realization of that concept. So here in Las Calas, we put everything together, we acquired the property, and we're doing the land development and the construction ourselves.
Yeah, you were telling me before we started this interview, you and your wife pretty much just visualized all of this in your mind.
Yeah.
And put it together yourself, self-build.
Yeah. Because I think, well, through hard work and a little bit of luck, we were able to be in that space, right, and have an inland. And have the resources, build up the resources so that we can do everything ourselves.
All right.
Right. So yeah, so the concept again, since we're talking about concept, is a family resort.
Yeah.
A little bit of premium feels, and yep, and then we have that partnership with Louis.
Yeah.
And we decided to bring in, conceptualize a really cool, unique event that has. What's another, like, what other sport, right, that resonates with the beach than jiu-jitsu?
Yep.
Right?
All about community. That's what Louis is also trying to build, because sabi niya rin sa atin na ang community ng jiu-jitsu, kayo-kayo rin yung magkikita-kita, di ba?
Okay. So, being a sportsman, right, we have a lot of activities. So we have water and land activities. We have crystal kayaks here. We have our jet boats. So with the boats, you can go island hopping, right? We actually found a sandbar.
Wow.
Right? We have Polaris vehicles that people can drive, right? We also have a firing range.
Of course.
Because, you know, we're shooters.
Yep.
Right?
You had to have your own personal firing range.
And then we're in the process of building our wellness center. And in the wellness center, it's designed for athletes to recover when they come over here. So it has its, we actually took delivery of our hyperbaric chamber. So it's going to have a hyperbaric chamber, infrared sauna, cold plunges, right? And all of the biohacking stuff, right, that you can do over a weekend.
Why would a trip to Las Calas be worth it to anybody looking for a place to chill and place to enjoy with their loved ones, friends, and family?
Okay, so there's a little bit of a story behind that, why we chose a beach resort, a property that's drivable. So my son, one of my sons, it's actually his birthday today.
Wow, happy birthday.
Yeah. So one of my sons, Jacob, he is on the autistic spectrum. So it is a challenge for us to travel. He likes the beach, but then the nice beaches are, let's say, Palawan or Bohol or Boracay, right? Requires flying.
Yeah.
So, and then, so those are things that we have to manage when you have a child on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine having to go to the airport 3 hours before the flight, go through security, go through all of that, have the flight itself, and then when you land. So I said, hey, you know what? Why don't, it'll be better to just find a place that you can drive to that is just as nice. So northern Luzon actually has a lot of undiscovered beaches, right? So we found this property. It's 5.5 hours away. You can take our luxury transfers.
So it's a very personal project for you, Joe.
Yeah. Again, Las Calas is a family resort. It's a sports resort. My wife and I built it so that we can live out our dreams.
Yeah. And from the looks of it, it's a very good life. Now, yeah.
The Bilyonaryo lifestyle.
Yep,
right?
Yep.
Yes.
Back to Grapple Island.
Yes.
Your vision with your co-founder, Luis Sangalang, is aligned, and he's so excited, he's so passionate.
So, Grapple Island, right, basically is an idea wherein practitioners, jiu-jitsu practitioners, can come together and learn from a master or a professor that they don't typically have access to, right? So in Grapple Island, we got Prof. Isaac to come over, right? And teach all these jiu-jitsu techniques, right?
Yeah.
To the participants. So we envision that, doing that on a yearly basis. And it doesn't have to be all here in Las Calas. We want to be able to bring that and make that available also to other locations and other venues. It's not actually not an exclusive event. We're willing to bring it over to you guys, right? If you're feeling a little bit run down, you want to have an enjoyable time with your family, train a little bit, go to the gym, play basketball, play paddle, come over to Las Calas and have fun. Check it out. It'll be worth it.
Joe, congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
And thank you so much for the
No,
time. Up next, the shooters behind the stars. Aaron Neesmith and Lou Dort are locked in a downtown duel. One corner three at a time. Who's hotter from that distance? Who makes the difference when it counts? Strap in. We're breaking down the three-point crosshairs in this series, and you won't want to miss a single splash. Keep it right here on the scorecard so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. You ever get so deep in a playoff series you stop watching the stars and start watching the glue guys? Well, that's where we are in this Indiana versus Oklahoma City series, because the real battle right now, Aaron Neesmith versus Lou Dort. And it's all about who owns the arc. I'm calling it the three-point crossfire. We're talking about two guys built completely different, but arriving at the same destination. That corner three, that clutch wing bomb, and that one shot that swings momentum like a wrecking ball. Aaron Neesmith is quietly becoming Indiana's heat check guy. He's not the star, okay? Haliburton owns that spotlight, but Neesmith's ability to stretch the floor has turned the Pacers into a real problem. He gets clean looks because of Indiana's tempo, and he's knocking them down like he's been doing it for years. And then, of course, that guy, Dort, a street ball defender in a playoff sharpshooter's body. Look, Dort's never gonna win a shooting contest in an empty gym, but put a crowd on him. Put stakes on the line. Suddenly, the man is a walking confidence machine. And when he starts pulling early in the shot clock, that's when OKC becomes flat out dangerous. The forecast here is razor close. One night, it's Neesmith hitting 3 triples in the first half, and then next game, it's Dort splashing from the wing while guarding the opposing team's top scorer. But here's the thing, Neesmith's rhythm comes from flow. When Indiana's cooking, he's thriving. Dort, he brings his own rhythm. You don't run plays for Dort, he just makes the plays happen. Now, if this series goes the distance, expect this to be decided in the margins. A game 6 or 7 scenario where Neesmith buries a corner 3 late in the shot clock, or Dort drills one in transition off a Haliburton turnover. It's the ultimate other guy war, and we love that. So, When you're watching the next game, don't just follow the stars. Keep an eye on the wings. These two guys, the ones floating to the corners, the ones hiding on the weak side, the ones ready to fire. Because in a series this type, the loudest moments often come from the quietest shooters. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the track. Before we go, think on this. From a two-time WNBA champion, two-time MVP, Rookie of the Year, and the first woman to dunk in an NCAA tournament game, Candace Parker once said, "Success is not about the destination, it's about the journey and the obstacles you overcome along the way." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.